Happy New Year everyone! It's January 1 na ngayon, 2025. It's the first day of the year. Papunta ako ngayon sa church, sa St. Joseph Church dito sa Takapuna. And we are going to spend some time with the Lord, thanking Him for all the blessings that He had given me for the past year, noong 2024. And it's time for me to reflect as well yung mga victories last year at saka yung mga challenges and how I was able to weather all the challenges that I experienced last year. So stay tuned, hinihintay ko lang yung bus going to the church. It will be arriving in about 2 to 3 minutes from now. Hopefully ay maganda yung New Year ninyo, yung salubong ng New Year. I am really looking forward for a better 2025. Later on, i-share ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga natutunan ko about yung nung nakaraang taon. I'm sure na madaming makaka-relate, especially yung mga OFWs na nagtatrabaho dito sa ibang bansa, being away from home, and it's the same thing. New Year is just a day here, and there's nothing so special about New Year celebration here, but yesterday or last night actually we had we wake up at 12 midnight to eat for the anong tawag nun, medianoche. So yun, lagi kong nakakalimutan yung medianoche and Noche Buena. So New Year's Eve, it's gonna be medianoche. So ayun na, nagising kami. So we had a dinner last night, a roasted lamb, some noodles, and some desserts. And just a small dinner. It's just a simple dinner. We just ate together with the family that I'm living with. Yeah, so it's here, nandito na yung bus. So I'm gonna update you soon kung ano yung mga gagawin natin for today. In about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I'll be on the church na. Ewan ko, baka nagkamali siya ng bus na ano, yung kasama ko kanina na pumasok sa bus biglang bumaba sa kabilang bus stop. I don't know kung nagkamali siya ng pagsakay ng bus, pero it seems like she's lost. But anyway, God bless her. So konti lang yung tao ngayon dito sa bus, 5 lang kami kasama yung driver. We are very early ngayon sa mass kasi I don't want to be late as usual, especially sa mga mass. Ayoko yung nagra-rush. I want to be there as early as possible to have time to settle for myself and to have some time to pray before the mass. And yeah, important din kasi yung spiritual preparation if we attend the mass. So make sure na hindi nagra-rush, hindi pagod, and that's the reason why I am always wanting to attend the mass or to arrive at the church early. So yun, mamaya pag-usapan natin yung mga ano ba yung mga reflections natin for 2024 and what are our plans for 2025, and those gonna be released in a separate video. So we're going to attend the New Year's Mass today sa St. Joseph's Church sa Takapuna. It's just a few minutes away from here. Yan, walang tao-tao dito sa labas. If you can see yung road dito ay talagang hindi siya matao, halos sarado yung mga establishments dito because it's holiday dito. Yun, kagabi ay walang masyadong putukan sa village natin, sa mga neighborhood, except dun sa city talaga na dun talaga yung allowed na place kung saan mag-conduct ng mga fireworks. Yeah, wala ding masyadong sigawan, mga ingay, tahimik lang yung neighborhood. And ganito talaga usually yung mga celebration ng New Year dito sa ibang bansa. It's not as festive like in the Philippines na talagang maingay yung salubong ng taon. Mapapansin mo doon yung mga tao just even before the night of Christmas Eve ay talagang madaming nag-rush to prepare for the mid-noche, yung mga paputok, mga regalo, mga reunion, mga games, mga palaro, mga ganyan. Yan yung mga nakakamiss dyan sa Pilipinas. Dito, wala kang ma-experience or probably kung meron man ay yung mga Filipino lang din na magkakaibigan like that. They usually host in a house for a party, having, you know, just bringing the tradition here in New Zealand, yung mga tradisyon natin sa Pilipinas tuwing New Year. So, yun ang ginawa natin kagabi as part of the tradition. And hindi naman tayo masyadong naniniwala pero tradition natin. So we used to put some coins doon sa mga bintana, and nag-prepare din ako ng mga fruits, na 12 fruits, mga bilog. Usually mga bilog yan, yung mga hinahanda na fruits na iba-ibang prutas. As much as possible, iba-ibang prutas yan. Pero ako ay namili ako ng prutas kahapon na 12 or more than that, para sa ganun ay may pagpipilian. Ayan, inilagay ko sa isang bowl or plate, inarrange ko at inilagay ko dun sa kusina. And yun na nga, pati yung money, yung mga coins ay naglagay ako sa mga bintana, dinamihan ko talaga, nilabas ko lahat ng mga coins galing sa aking coin purse and nilagay ko lahat doon. So yan, so far wala nang mga tumalon-talon kasi I don't believe na may chance pa na tumangkad. Siguro yung mga bata, wala namang masama na paniniwalaan yung mga tradisyon natin, and it's a good thing din kasi na we still practice yung mga ganitong mga tradisyon natin kahit na malayo tayo sa Pilipinas. Kagabi nagluto kami or naghanda kami ng roasted lamb. Meron ding malagkit, may pansit. Yung malagkit, it means daw to assure na yung family will stick together for the next year. And yung pansit naman is tradition yan para pampahaba ng buhay. And may mga fruit salad and some wine, ayun, and some other things. It's a very simple celebration. And after that, after namin kumain at tulog lang, in a separate video, kikwento ko lahat ng mga pinagdaanan natin noong 2024, good and bad. And para sa ganun ay matuto tayo kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan natin and ano yung mga kailangan natin improve, ano yung kailangan nating tanggalin, ano yung kailangan nating palitan, ano yung mga kailangan nating i-maintain, at ano yung mga kailangan nating i-continue for the next 2025. Ayun, kadarating lang natin dito sa bus stop and we are now heading to the church. Maglalakad lang tayo ng konti and tatawid dito sa may pedestrian lane. It's a very good New Year's Day. Mainit ngayon, maaraw. Andito na tayo sa Takapuna Church. So tatawid lang tayo. Andyan na yung church. Right across the pedestrian. Yan, medyo mainit. Wala pang masyadong tao, no? Pansin niyo yung road, walang masyadong tao dito. Yan, mga tulog pa yan. Kasi siguro nagpunta sila sa city kagabi for the New Year's countdown. Ang ganda ng weather ngayon. Hindi siya maulan. Dito na tayo sa labas ng church and in a few minutes ay papasok na din tayo. So papasok na tayo dito sa church at hindi muna tayo mag-video just to to give respect dun sa mga andito na nagdadasal. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna share with you my realizations for 2024. The first thing is that 2024 for me is a year of healing. Sometime in April, I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and I really took a time off at work for 2 months, and I really spent that time to get healed. And I was really blessed that during those short period, I was able to heal myself from anxiety and depression. I was given a proper medication. I was given a proper therapy, and I went to what you call this, yung energy healing, to just remove all the stresses, trauma, and all the feeling of anxiousness and depression within me. And I'm really grateful that I really took that opportunity to have time to rest. It's really difficult at the time because I am away from my family. I have no one here, and that happened at the middle of winter, and it was really challenging situation to be in. But then I felt that the Lord is really with me, guiding me on what to do, and giving me the right people for me to, to help me to get healed from my illness. And yeah, I was so blessed and thankful to the Lord that I was healed. And yeah, that has been 6 or 7 months ago, and right now I am completely healed. And the second realization for 2024 for me is 2024 is a year of acceptance for me because I was challenged early in this year because I have lost investments. I have lost two of my investments, and I really feel devastated at that time because I feel hopeless and helpless because that is the hard-earned money that I put into there. So yun, nalugi yung business, nalugi yung investment, and I was so down at the time. And that money is really a lot, it's a lot. But, it made me realize that money is not everything. The Lord is everything for us, and the Lord is enough for us. And I think that the Lord wants me to learn to accept the things that we cannot control. It's already beyond of my control. Nobody wants to get broke. Nobody wants to, na malugi yung business. And I prayed really hard that the Lord help me to forgive the people who made this who made this happen. I actually at some point I was blaming the my partners due to the at some point dumating yung point kasi na bine-blame ko na din yung mga partners ko sa investment, especially yung mga owner ng business na kung saan ako nag-invest ng money. But the Lord is really telling me that, hey, it is beyond of your control. Hey, it is out of your control, out of your hand. Hey, this is not your fault. And I was so really hard on myself that I couldn't forgive the people who have done this to me, and I could hardly forget as well myself. So I asked the Lord, the ability to accept the things that I couldn't change, and to really accept the things that I cannot control. So it was, a time for me to accept those things. There are things that just simply happen for a reason. I think there is a purpose for that. I think that the Lord is teaching me to become cautious to the people whom should I trust, and to really put in faith to the Lord sa lahat ng mga decisions na ginagawa ko sa buhay. Yung pangatlong realization ko for this year, I think 2024 for me is a year of reconciliation with the Lord. Ito ata yung taon na kung saan madaming beses akong nagpunta sa confession room, more than 10 I guess, because I really need the Lord. I realized that I really need the Lord, and I need to ask forgiveness sa mga nagawa kong mga kasalanan. And I know that I have done a lot of mistakes in my life. I know that I have done a lot of sins in my life, and I know that I have done a lot of not so pleasing things that I have done in my life, and those are the things that I ask forgiveness of the Lord, and yeah, I find peace because I think that the Lord is really speaking to me that sabi ni Lord sa akin that come to me all you who have a heavy burden, and I will give you rest. And that is a very powerful assurance from the Lord at the time nung nadadasal ako sa Saint Peter and the Saint Joseph Cathedral. I ask forgiveness to the Lord of the things that I have done, on the failures that I have done in my life, and all the shortcomings. And after that, I think that my personal relationship with the Lord becomes stronger than ever. And I think that I have proper reconciliation with the Lord to really ask for moving forward on what are the things that I need to do in my life, and to really follow His will and His ways. The Lord knows everything about us even before we ask to Him. He knows what we need. He knows everything from the very bottom of our heart. He knows our concerns. Number 4 would be year 2024 for me is a year of restoration. Kung kanina is reconciliation with the Lord, ngayon naman is restoration of my faith. Yeah, I started, become more prayerful. I started to develop a better prayer time every day, and I started praying to the rosary every day, and not only praying for myself but also praying for other people, especially yung mga friends, relatives and family who are sick, who are seeking employment, who are seeking a peace and care and healing, and also those our relatives who gone before us. So I also make sure that I find time to pray for them as well. Gumagaan yung pakiramdam ko pagka pinagdadasal ko din yung mga ibang tao, ang aking pamilya, ang aking mga kaibigan, and even those people who are difficult to love. I also pray for them, for that they will have a change of heart, na baka din ay meron din silang mga pinagdadaanan na kagaya natin na may pinagdadaanan. And I really find myself reconnecting with the community dito sa Auckland, because I was attending in a community before and I stopped because of my issues on my mental health and physical health. Na-realize ko at that time that I shouldn't stop, connecting with those people, because during my hardest time, they were there. They were the one who assisted me. They were the one who helped me, and they were the one who prayed for me. Yeah, I had a time to restore my relationship with my brothers and sisters dun sa community namin sa Lamb of God. And it's really good to see them again for such a long time. That's a major victory for me, to really be reconnected again to the community. Umattend ako ng men's conference noong August 2024, and at that time, the Lord again is speaking to me that I have to, to stay in the community and to find a community for me to serve the Lord, and to really be of service to those who are in need. I think binabalik lang ako ni Lord kung saan talaga yung purpose ko and kung bakit niya ako dinala dito. And that is because He wants me to serve here in New Zealand. And number 5 realization for 2024 is that I think 2024 for me is a time for redirection. Nag-resign ako sa aking work noong November last year, and I think that the Lord is telling me to really get out of that place and to really move on. Sinasabi sa akin ni Lord na umalis ka na dyan. I prayed a lot for it. I prayed about it. I discerned for it. It was not a impulsive decision because of some petty reasons, but I really pray for it since May last year. And it was a really very difficult decision for me to make, because leaving a work during this time of recession is not so easy. It is not really a joke, but I felt the assurance from the Lord that He will provide something for me. He has something for me. I know that the Lord is preparing the best for me. And I just simply put my trust in the Lord, because He promised me to lead me into the right direction and to bring me into a better place where I could serve my purpose, where I could find the meaning of life. I know that I feel certain, I feel fearful about this, because I couldn't see yung plan ni Lord. But at this moment, yung mga uncertain moments, this is the time that I have to trust the Lord, because the Lord is powerful, the Lord is above everything, and I know that I can surpass this challenge, because the Lord is guiding me throughout my life. It is hard for me to live, but the Lord is, telling me to really leave my work. And I just simply trust the Lord. Nung dumating yung mga challenges na to, I-realize ko na that the Lord is the only one that I need. When the Lord is the only one I have. Totoo pala yun. Si Lord lang yung makakatulong sa atin. Si Lord lang yung makakapagpapasaya sa atin, makakapagbigay ng peace of mind and joy. And I know that anuman yung mga challenges na naranasan natin in the past year, I think those are just ways of the Lord to redirect us into the right way. And I just simply lift it up to the Lord, lahat ng mga bagay na hindi natin kayang i-control, na hindi natin kayang maunawaan. So yeah, making this video is really quite difficult for me, but at the same time I feel at peace as well, sharing my experience last year, especially my realization last year. Thank you for watching my video, and if you are interested on my channel, please consider subscribing on my channel, and please don't forget to like this video if you like this one, and if I truly inspired you, please leave a comment down below if you have learned something sa aking mga realization for 2024. Until next time, see you in the next one, and Happy New Year once again. God bless, and may the Lord be with you always this coming 2025.